I'm really glad to do another nice recipe for you, and today I'm going to be doing a Spanish omelette. Really simple, really tasty, and it makes a nice change from doing a normal traditional omelette. So it's got potatoes, onions, of course the egg, and some parsley. And that is it. 4 simple ingredients. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, because it helps the channel grow and lets other people see it. Do leave a comment and maybe share with your friends to let them know about the channel. So I hope you like the video. So now, first of all, we're just going to prepare our potato for our Spanish omelette. Right, so now we're just going to wash our potato, and then we're going to cut it into slices, about that kind of thickness. And make sure that you're bending your fingers that way so that you don't cut yourself when you're cutting. And then you want to cut them again if they're quite a big potato, so you're kind of wanting this kind of size, about an inch and a half, roughly. Don't have to be perfect, just roughly. So we've got a steamer here, and I'm just going to place the potatoes in the steamer, kind of spread them out. And a little tip is don't have them on your ring while you're doing this. Otherwise you could end up burning yourself with the steam. So take it off the heat as you're doing this. Okay, so if you haven't got a steamer, then the best way to do it is slowly fry them in a small bit of about an inch or 2 of oil. But you want to do it on a kind of medium heat, not too high, because you don't want them crispy. You just want to slightly cook them, about halfway, 3/4 cooked. You don't want to fully cook them. You can boil them, but again you have to do that in a medium heat, and you don't want to be doing it for too long because you don't want the potatoes going mushy. So now we're going to cut the onion. Now, as usual, I haven't mentioned this for a long time, but as usual we want to put a tea towel underneath the chopping board, and that stops it from slipping. I've just peeled this onion and we're going to cut it in half. So make sure your fingers are either side as you chop down from root end to the other end. And then what you want to do is not the root end, but the other one. You want to cut that end off first, and then you want to just slice down again, making sure your fingers are bent, and slice down. So then that leaves you with these half moons, and then as you get to the end, just hold on to the root and you discard that root end. That's the bit that makes your eyes water, so leave that to last. So here I have some olive oil in a frying pan, and I'm just going to saute the onions for 10 minutes while the potatoes are cooking. So as you can see, these onions, we don't want to be overcooking them. You just want them nice and soft, or starting to get soft. And then we'll take them out the pan, put them in a bowl to one side. And you can leave whatever oil is in the pan ready for the omelette. You're going to need 4, maybe 5 eggs. We'll start with 4 and see how it goes. Into a large mixing bowl, because you're going to add your ingredients into this. And then you're simply just going to give this a good whisk. You're going to add some salt. You're going to add a small amount of pepper, and add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of parsley. And just give this a good mix. Now you want to add your cooked onions. And then our potatoes that we have cooked, we'll just put them onto a plate, let them cool for a few minutes. Now I'm going to carefully place the potatoes into the eggs, and this is why you don't want them too mushy. You want them to still be sliced. So now I'm going to place this mixture into a frying pan and just push down the potatoes. If you find they're not quite covered enough, then maybe just add another egg on. So we'll do 5 eggs then. So I'm just going to add this 5th egg just to help cover the potatoes. You want to now cook this on a very slow heat, 2 to 3 on the gas or electric. So we just want to place a lid on, or a plate if you haven't got a lid, and we'll let this cook for a good 10 or 15 minutes. So what we want to do is we want to tip this upside down and then lift the pan, and you can see that's what it looks like on one side. And then what you want to do is put it back into the pan, just slide it. You can get something to help you slide it back on if you like. and just slide it back into the pan. Then you want to cook this on the ring for another 5 minutes. So now we're simply just going to slide this onto the plate. Now if you wanted to flip it onto the other side, you can just get your hand underneath and give it a flip, or you can flip it with a plate. So if you wanted to flip it with a plate, you just put that on the top. If you wanted to show the other side, this is, flip it over, and that's the other side. Personally, I think the other side looks nicer, so we'll stick with that. So flip it back over, but I'm just showing you that you've got a choice of which side you present, but I like that one. So I'm going to cut that and show you what that looks like inside. Now in future videos I might do some different ideas of fillings. I did the plain basic potato and onion, and of course you don't have to put onions in, you can just do potato. But there's your potato and onion Spanish omelette.